Assalamu alaikum. This is your teacher, Miss Saima Khurram. Today we are going to be discussing fertilizers. What is fertilizer? A fertilizer is basically a substance that is put in the soils to facilitate agriculture, to increase the agricultural produce. Now, we've already learned in the nitrogen cycle that nitrogen is taken up by a lot of plants, fruits, where it is converted into nitrogen compounds, where it is fixed, sometimes by bacteria, sometimes in the roots of certain plants, and then it's taken up by plants for the production of proteins. But when the whole plant is bloomed, and when it's harvesting time, when we cut those plants and the crops, what happens is the balance of nitrogen in the soil is reduced. To compensate this, we add fertilizers to the soil to balance out this loss. Now, that fertilizer could be either artificial or natural. Now, when we are talking about artificial fertilizer, they're basically made on a very large commercial scale for the increase in growth of agriculture and to facilitate farmers. We basically, Pakistan is an agricultural country, so a lot of foreign exchange is earned in this manner. So, a table of all these fertilizers and their percentage composition of nitrogen in it is given on page number 33 in table 2.4. So, you have to learn all these percentages. It's very important as it comes a lot in the MCQs. So, please learn this table. Then we have oxygen. Now, we all know that oxygen is a supporter of life. It is a very important gas in the atmosphere which supports life. Without it, we cannot think of life. Earth, out of all these 9 planets in the solar system, only Earth is the one which has life in it because it has an atmosphere which contains oxygen in it. A body, it's mostly comprised of 2/3 of a human body is containing oxygen. Not only oxygen is important for living, it also supports burning or combustion and rusting. If you notice the grills in your gallery or on the gate, you will notice that the iron gates are having some rust. This is only because of the oxygen in the atmosphere and water vapors. Would there have been no oxygen, your grills would have lasted decades and centuries. Nothing would have happened to them. But it is oxygen which basically facilitates rusting. Would there be no oxygen, there would have been no concept of combustion because it facilitates burning. In respiration, oxygen is very important, as we've already seen. When we take in oxygen in the inhaled air, oxygen has been taken into the lungs, from where it combines with the blood. This oxygenated blood is then transferred to the heart, where it is pumped to all the organs and all the capillaries to all the organs through the capillaries. And this oxygenated blood then is used for the oxidation of the food that we consume, for the production of carbon dioxide, which is then exhaled out, water, and energy. Now, let us talk about the importance of various minerals and elements. We all know that our body is basically a mixture of a lot of elements. We have iron, calcium, potassium in our body. There are many foods which are basically on your screen. You can see a picture of a lot of food items that contains like iron. Calcium is in all the dairy product, which is helpful for the teeth and our bones. Iodine, phosphorus is in the meat, which is basically required for our body to function properly, not only in our body in health, but also the minerals and elements are required for the prosperity and the economic growth of a country. Like we, Pakistan, is an agricultural country, so we need to have good agricultural produce where we use all these elements and minerals, let's say in fertilizers, to increase our agricultural produce. It is everywhere. If you look around us, in the kitchen, in the house, everywhere, the electric bulbs, sockets, the utensils, the pots that we cook in, what they are all made up of these elements. In industry, we need it. It is a huge source of foreign exchange and also a symbol for the development and prosperity of a country. Let us focus on calcium right now. And calcium basically is found as calcium carbonate, which is found as chalk, limestone, marble, etc. Now, marble is found almost in every house. You know, the countertop of your kitchen, that is nothing but marble. It is also used in the calcium is also used in the preparation of toothpaste and tooth powder. Calcium carbonate is used in the extraction of various elements from their ores. It is used in the glass industries, in the cement industries, in a lot of industries. Let's move on to magnesium. Magnesium is basically symbolized with burning with fireworks because it burns very easily, very rapidly. So it's used in fireworks, a lot of it. It's also used in our body for the well functioning of it. Not only in that, a lot of alloys of magnesium are, corrosion resistant. They do not get rust, and because of this property, they are used in railway compartment, also in electrical equipments. So a lot of these things are being made from the alloys of magnesium. It is also used in flares. When a person is in distress or is abandoned in a, when you go out for camping or something, they normally carry flares just in case if they get lost. They have flares which will give a bright light which can be seen from a distance. So there also magnesium is used in fireworks. It is used magnesium ribbon in practicals. We have seen when we perform a lot of practicals for the burning to see whether a particular thing is being particular gas is good in burning or not. We use magnesium ribbon in our laboratories, in the fire bricks, to line fire bricks. Magnesium is used there. It is used in dyeing and in paint industries. So I'm going to conclude my lesson till the various uses of magnesium. Tomorrow, inshallah, we are going to begin with the properties and the uses of sodium and its compounds. Assalamu alaikum.